They're not here at the championship. It's a fact they're not here. But is it with pain in your heart as former sportsman?
Yes, it's not a natural instinct of anybody from the sport, particularly a former competitor, to see athletes sitting out championships. But the decision the council made was that we really did need to address this issue. The observations that were made in the independent commission report were not observations that we could ignore. And the challenge now is to make sure that as and when athletes are back into competition, that they're in systems that are trustworthy and don't discriminate against clean athletes. So our responsibility is to do that, and that's the work currently undertaken by the task force.
In this circumstances, how important is this tournament?
This is a very important competition. It's the first competition of the year. It's the largest athletics event of the year outside the Olympic Games. Actually, it's the largest sporting event of the year. There are 140 countries outside the Olympic Games competing in anything this year. So this is an important staging post in the athletics season. It's an important part of our road to recovery as well, and we're back in competition, which is really important for our sport.
It's important to save the sport.
Sebastian, you mentioned trust. Alicia Montano, the 800-meter runner from the United States, said last week she doesn't trust your leadership, that she doesn't think you're the person to lead us out, to lead the sport into the light. What would you tell athletes like her? What would you say to her that you are the guy to lead the sport in the right direction?
Well, I think the changes that we're making and the changes that will be in place by the end of this year will self-evidently answer and deal with many of those challenges that we've got. But we're not going to return to trust overnight. It's not a straightforward equation. You don't stick, $10 in a slot machine and suddenly trust emerge in the tray. This will take a long time. The clean athletes have got a big responsibility here as well. There are no unique issues here. You can't just sit there saying, well, it's down to one person, it's down to one council, it's down to one element of the sport. Everybody has to make that journey together.
We need to move a little bit, please.
The Brazilian media